My name is Massimo Vacca. I work for Saras. Saras is an Italian independent oil refiner. We are based in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, Sardinia, and we have one of the largest and most complex refineries in the Mediterranean Sea. My role is in strategic planning, benchmarking, and sustainability. I found a lot of very interesting projects that resonate quite well with our objectives and the way that we are also looking at the energy transition. There were quite a number of very interesting presentations. I think the one that was most interesting probably for me was the Rhineland transformation, the presentation given by a Shell delegate who discussed how and the initiatives that Shell took to transform their refinery. The reason I found it most interesting is because they follow the path which is somehow similar to the roadmap that Saras envisions for itself. Many engineering solutions sound very interesting. We have made a number of connections, we have exchanged details, and we certainly will be in touch. I think perhaps if I can mention one of the most interesting things that we heard and we will now consider with some interest is a technical application around electric heat exchangers. So we'll be probably looking at them. You never know, maybe it's something interesting, something can come out. We are at very turbulent times. The entire energy industry is changing. The transition is a reality, it's not a wish. It has to happen. It has to happen in the right way. And players cannot make it happen by themselves. A collaboration needs to happen with the various players as well as with governments and institutions, because as the word itself says it must be a transition. So it cannot be an immediate switch. Up until today we have been working with fossil fuels, tomorrow we jump straight into electricity. Everything needs to happen in a gradual way. Fossil fuels are here as a dominant part of our energy requirements, and I think even in the most optimistic projections they will still represent a large share of the energy mix, at least until 2040, maybe 2050. So it's a good thing that we continue to work on the existing refining assets, at least the most valuable and modern in Europe, and we continue to maintain and evolve them and work with the industry to transform itself in a gradual manner. As I mentioned just a few minutes ago, for example, the Rhineland refinery, it's a brilliant example of what Shell is doing, and I think that's the way that we need to follow. I can give you a few examples of what we are doing as a big refiner in the Mediterranean. We are working in collaboration, for example, with Enel Green Power to develop a green hydrogen plant in Sardinia in our refinery. And another example of cooperation is a study that we are doing at the moment on carbon capture and storage together with Air Liquide, a large French player in this sector. So these are just two examples, but as I said, cooperation is key, because only putting together energies and efforts we can achieve this very important challenge. Well, the Congress, for me, it was the very first time to attend a PRC Congress, and I have to say I'm very impressed by the organization. Everything works very smoothly. There is a lot of very interesting people to meet, to network, and I would say a special thanks to your organization, because you made all of this possible